Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you again. Today we are doing a first impression and a wear test on the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Lipsticks. I have two shades. I have Creme Brulee and Rose Macaron. Creme Brulee is the lighter one. Rose Macaron is the other. So I have worn the Creme Brulee one once, and I did really like it, but I want to do it on camera, show you guys how it wears throughout the day, so I'll be doing a few check-ins. Before I do anything though, I just finished the rest of my makeup, and it's also my first time using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. And I look greasy. I usually have like a semi-matte finish just naturally with my makeup. I usually use the Wet n Wild setting spray, and I notice, you know, never do I ever look greasy or overly dewy. And I look so dewy and greasy today. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to put a little bit of powder on first and see if that fixes it. So I'm going to use some Coty Airspun. And this is a translucent powder, so it shouldn't change anything that I've got going on. I didn't think that there was supposed to be like an overly dewy setting spray, but let me know if you've had similar issues with it. Is that better? A little bit? Shouldn't have to re-powder though from using a setting spray. That's a little strange. Okay, back to the lipsticks. Okay. These are liquid lip colors. They are finally on Jordana's website. They're finally listed on their website. It lists that they have 12 different colors / flavors because they are kind of a dessert themed lip color. So they each have a really dessert type name, such as Creme Brulee, Rose Macaron, Cobbler one, Sugared Plum, Strawberry Cheesecake, Raspberry Tart, that sort of thing. So they have 12 different colors ranging from a very nude, like the Creme Brulee, to like a rich plum purpley color. They're supposed to be waterproof. They're made in the USA. They're supposed to be a very whipped texture that dries to a velvety matte finish. So I have tried the Creme Brulee before, but I am going to swatch these for you, and I am going to see if I have any dupes right here in front of me. I do have some of the like drugstore nude blush type colors because that's what I like to wear. So let's just see if I have anything similar to it. Okay, so we are going to start with the Creme Brulee. The applicator is kind of a doe foot with a little reservoir. So it's like a curved doe foot, which I do really like. I think that it works really well. So it is a really nice slant reservoir that holds a lot of product. I do really like the applicator on these. It is a bit pointed too, so it's easy to get around the edge of your lips without having to use a lip liner. Okay, so if I swatch this one first. Just kind of a nice mauve nude pink color. Right up my alley. And I'm going to swatch the Rose Macaron right next to it. Again, it has a lot of product on that reservoir. This one is considerably darker, but I like that they kind of go together. So if I wanted to do an ombre lip with just these two, I could do that with the Creme Brulee in the middle and the Rose Macaron more on the outer sides of my lips. They are very opaque, very pigmented. So I'm going to grab a few more colors that I have here and see how they match up. So this is a Vivid Matte Liquid from Maybelline, and this is in the shade 10 Nude Flush. Let's see if I can do this without looking. Okay, so that's a pretty similar color to them. I always like to see what other colors look like next to them to see if it is like a, you know, if I like this, am I going to also like this with a better formula? Because as we know, both the Maybelline and the Revlon that I'm about to swatch do not fully dry to a matte, but the Jordana does, and it lasts a long time. Again. That one is a really close match to the Jordana, at least in my lighting. Never mind, maybe it's a bit more coral. Hard to tell. I have Lolita in front of me, so I'm going to do that one, even though this isn't a drugstore one. I want to see how close the color is to any of them. So that's Lolita from Kat Von D, a little bit, quite a bit darker, huh? This is from ColourPop. This is their liquid matte, and this is Clueless. This is also one of my favorites. So I'm going to put that at the top there. All right. This is a little sample of Meet Matte Hues from the Balm and Committed. And this I think is my ultimate favorite right now. This is the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss from L'Oreal, and this is in the shade Statement Nude 316. This also doesn't dry down to a total matte, but I really like the applicator. I like how it wears. So that's a little bit darker than all those, huh? Or a little bit darker than those. So anywho, that's a lot of swatching, but I wanted to see how similar it is to stuff I already have. Okay, so I'm going to wear Creme Brulee today. I just think it's a better match for me. It looks a bit better on me. Okay, so let's apply it. It is now a little after 1 p.m. It's like 1:20, so that's our start time. All right. There's 1 scoop. I'll re-dip. And there we have it. I do really like this color. It's a good My Lips But Better color, but it has still a little bit more of that rosiness, so it's a little something extra. Okay, I've given it a few minutes to dry down, and you can see that it's mostly the same color, it's just matte. And if I do the kiss test, we have maybe a little bit where it hasn't dried in the middle, but not too bad. And for the most part, it does stay on through kissing and eating and whatnot. Eating is a little bit tough. I did notice that the first time I wore it, that eating kind of destroyed most of it, but I'll be back in a few hours to show you how it wears. Hey guys, it is now almost 6 o'clock, so it's been like 4.5 hours-ish, around there. I have been snacking all day and I've been drinking Diamond Dew because I'm an addict. But you can see it's still pretty well there. I'm gonna do a close-up if I can. Yeah, so far it's wearing really well. I haven't had to reapply at all. The color is staying true. I don't notice any like bleeding around the edges or anything. The rest of my makeup is doing not as great. You can see some blemishes are coming through. I have some darkness under my eyes where my mascara is starting to rub off, but the lipstick's looking good. A few things I forgot to mention. They retail for $4.99 on the website, and that's about what I paid for it at Kmart as well. I picked mine up at Kmart because Jordana isn't in a ton of retailers. I think it's in Walgreens and Kmart. My town doesn't have a Walgreens, and I know it's not at our CVS, it's not at my Walmart, not at my Target, but it is at Kmart. Kmart actually usually has a lot of beauty items that I can't find anywhere else in town. So as much as my Kmart is really icky, it's a good place to look for new releases if you're looking for something. These are 0.11 ounces or 3 grams as well. I forgot to mention that. So that's about it. I'll give a check-in after we finish eating supper, which will be in a few hours, and then I'll say goodbye for the night. So see you later. Hey guys, it is 9 o'clock at night, just past 9, like 9:15. So it's been about 8 hours that I've worn this lip color. I just got done eating. We did have a really late supper, but you can see it's kind of patching off, especially in the middle. And yeah, it's gotten kind of like pilly, flaky, kind of gross. Something I forgot to note earlier. It does have a really sweet smell, which I think I told you, but I couldn't taste it, I guess, but my cat did. She was laying on my chest, and every once in a while she'll sniff my mouth, usually if I had something to eat, and I hadn't eaten anything recently, but she was sniffing my mouth. I was kind of looking at her suspicious, and then she reached up and licked it. So it didn't take the lipstick off, but I was like, what are you doing? She never does that. So I think it tastes good too, or at least smells like it would taste really good. So I'll give you a close-up here. As far as applying on itself, I think it works okay. I'll take some more. You can already see it's pretty flaky. It's definitely very flaky with the reapplication. I just feel like I want to brush it all off. So what I would suggest doing is wiping it all off, get a clean slate, and then reapply if you need to after eating. But that's pretty typical with most liquid lipsticks, that they don't really hold up through eating very well, and maybe when it dries down it'll be a little bit better. But I noticed that even with the Kat Von D liquid lipstick is that after eating it does wear off quite a bit. So now that that second coat is dried, you can still see the flakes. It's still not the greatest look putting it on twice, but if you need to, with a few hours left of work or whatever, it'll work. It looks good. It just has a few of that flakiness there. Yeah, so that's it for my Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Color review and first impression. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye!